I'm sure we've all heard of Spongebob Squarepants. It's practically everywhere. And it's been that way since the early 2000s. If you don't know about SpongeBob, what kind of a rock have you been living under? Regardless, let me give you the basic rundown. It's about a sponge named SpongeBob, whose friends include a sea star named Patrick, an octopus named Squidward, his boss, a crab named Mr. Krabs, his pet snail Gary, a squirrel named Sandy, just to name a few. What people don't know is there was a very weird episode called The Screaming Lady. The title pretty much confused me to hell and back, as I've never heard of an episode with such a bizarre title. But judging by the art style, I can tell it's a season 3 episode. Season 3 always was my favorite season out of all of the first 3 seasons, and the show in general. My favorite season 3 episode is the Krusty Krab training video, due to how funny it is, with all of its jokes. Especially the poop joke. I know I'm immature when it comes to humor. That episode is pretty short, as I found it on YouTube, so it shouldn't take long to describe it. The episode starts with a fire truck, not a cartoon truck, but an actual real-life truck. Knowing SpongeBob, they use stock footage a lot, so it wouldn't be too out of place. What really confused me is that there was no music, just truck sounds. This went on for about 4 minutes, until I saw SpongeBob's living room. After 3 seconds, SpongeBob walked into frame, but he looked just as confused as I was. He stared at me for a while, until a jumble of colors splashed into the screen with static. Several seconds passed before the episode quality went back to normal, as I saw SpongeBob with an impossibly, disappropriately large mouth and an open smile. And during his smile, he screamed. But I can tell this wasn't Tom Kenny's scream, or rather a feminine scream. The longer SpongeBob screamed that hideous scream, the more the screen twitched and more static built up. Finally, the episode became fully enveloped in static before the fire truck faded back in. I was confused, left with more questions than answers. When I emailed Nickelodeon about the episode, asking about it, they said that an animator had lost his wife in a fire. Those screams were the wife's final screams from the incident recorded. They told me the animator made this episode to vent about the loss of his wife. That would explain the fire truck. What confused me is that the animator would actually use his dead wife's screams in an episode. I'm not going to be a roach and tell people how to vent, but I must say, that's a hell of a way to do so. Let me know what you guys think by commenting down below. Do you guys think it was right that the animator used his wife in this episode?